clear as we could do this. Okay, setting is complete. Okay. Salam Habibi, how are you? I hope you are fine. It is me, Michaela Santa, and welcome you to my channels. Accordance with third titles, yes, today we are roasting our beautiful girl Namita Thapar. And now, what is the topic? The topic is uh, Namita Thapar's counter reels about our world, where here keyword is Namaz and mental health about uh, Emcure Pharmaceuticals. Okay, now here let's go that what is the counter video of Namita Thapars. Well, first of all, here we can see, and here I would contains the first moments, and it is the counter video of Namita Thapars. Here, she, where is what is the details? Namita Thapar, exclusive director of Emcure Pharmaceuticals and judge of Shark Tank, said she faced trolling and abuse, including the R word, after posing a reel on the health benefit of Namaz. Okay, now let's check it. What's going on? Okay, people have been calling me R word non-stop. It is the points of Namita Thapars. Okay, and some persons, I mean some pupils, calling her darling mom and abusive words. For what? Well, for a reels of health benefit of Namaz. Okay. She isn't self-claimed healthcare professionals. Oh, she uh, she uploaded several reels about the health benefit of Hindu rituals accordance with her statements. She contains reels about yoga days, and she contains reels about Surya Namaskar. She has been taught that R for religion is R for respect. And this is how we respect her. That is the points of Namita Thapars. And here we are watching YouTube Israel. Okay. Now here today's the points here we would mention health benefit of Namaz accordance with European Muslim space astronauts. Okay. Here we can contains Europe in one European Muslim space astronauts named Gal Gadot. Okay, and here we can see these points. First of all, let's check the momentums. What is MQ pharmaceutical business? MQ pharmaceutical business on Europe is 18.7%. Let's check it. What is the revenue of MQ Pharmaceuticals at the calendar of 2024 to 2025? That is 78,960 millions. Let's check it. Indian rupee to euro. Okay, because here is we are talking about the European business. Okay, 78 960 123 456, and here we can see it is about 711 million triple six thousand 408 euros of business as entire revenue of Emcure Pharmaceuticals. Where what is the share at the moment? 711 triple six 480, and let's take MQ Pharmaceuticals is 18.7%. Okay, let's check it. What is 18.7%? Well, and here 0.187 times, that is almost 133 millions 81,632 euros. Okay, and now let's get the points. Here is the moments what we can see. It is the planet named Venus, and it is the planet named Earth. The Earth planet. Just for 2 minutes here, I think here we would need an points. Okay. Now here we can see, and here is our European Muslim space astronaut named Gal Gadot. Okay. Now let's check it. What is the distance between Earth planet and Sun star? That is 150 million kilometers. And what is Venus? The distance between Venus planet and Sun, that is 109 million kilometers. Okay. Now it is the circumstance when the distance between Venus planet and Earth planet is bracket of 108.21 sum by 150 bracket of million kilometers. Okay, and now here, now I would mention my points at the moments. What is 108 sum by 150? That is here almost 250 sum by 8. That is 258. That means here the distance between Venus planet and Earth planet is almost 258,210,000 kilometers. And here is the distance points. And here, let's assume that an European Muslim space astronaut is in the Venus planet. Here her name, imaginary name is Gal Gadot. And here she is an European Muslim space astronaut. Okay. Now here we can see accordance with the statement of Namita Thapar, she contains rules about the benefit of Namaz, and we, the audience of Namita Thapar, abuse her, and we forgot that she contains the several rules about yoga days, and she contains several rules about benefits of health benefit of Hindu rituals. We forgot that. But now, here is my question, that why Namita Thapar supports the health benefit of Namaz. That was our questions. And Namita Thapar consider our question as an abusive R word. Okay. Now let's find out what is the probable reasons that we the audience of Namita Thapar, abuse our word to our celebrity Namita Thapar. Now Now here we can see the points. When the distance between the Venus planet and Sun planet is 258,210,000 kilometers, then what would we do? Here we can see uh, when it is the night times of Gal Gadot in Venus cities, Venus planets, she contains here Fajr Namaz, Johor Fajr Namaz, Maghrib Namaz and Isha Namaz. She contains at the night times. Well, she contains Shizda to the surface of Venus planet in the any directions. Because here Islamic Qibla is on earth. Well, now here we can see the moments. I think I forgot to show you. Okay. Now here we can see the momentums at the points. When it is the night times of European Muslim astronauts, she can contains namaz and sister to any directions because here Qibla is in Saudi Arabia, Makkah, the city of Saudi Arabia. And but now she contains Fajr Namaz, Maghrib Namaz and Isha Namaz clearly. But when my question is when her Namaz would be Johor Namaz and Asr Namaz, then what would she do? Here is our concern. And why is here our concern? That is the questionable points. Because in Johor Namaz and Asr Namaz, the European Muslim girl would pray namaz on Venus planets. Okay, infidels. Oh my Adonais, I am not infidels, I am Muslim. When a Muslim Europeans can contains Johor Namaz and Asr Namaz, here her head is toward Kaaba gods. She could not contain Shizda as an Islamic Shizda because she is on Venus surface at the daytimes where Qibla is in Earth planet. Makkah, the city of Saudi Arabia, the country of Earth planets. And now here we can see these points. Okay. Now here we can say something at the positive equals moments. Well, and here I would like to mention the significant terms. Well, here is Namita Thapar's medicines from Emcure Hospital. The Emcure Hospital names Astarans. Okay. And now, well, now here I am here to mention that what's going on the points. But first of all, I would like to say the notice. Trumps love you. Muslim marry 12 years old children. Oh my God. Well, Muslim marries 12-year-old children here. Every Muslim are probable pedophiles. And here we can see the moments. I contents and circumstances I have encountered that every of my girlfriends has been pedophiles. But now, here Islamic marriage is somehow out of question. But here I would discuss it as soon as possible. Okay. Now here we can see this moment. So here, how assurance works in the Emcure Pharmaceuticals Pharmaceuticals. Asterans from Emcure Pharmaceuticals increase your estrogens in your brains. When your estrogen hormones can be increase your brain, you cannot be logical anymore. Then you can be somehow the illogical persons, and you can be pedophiles if your estrogen hormone in your brain can be increased just because of Asterans medicine from Emcure Pharmaceuticals. And now that is the significant points at the moment. And now here I would mention the Namaz system. Okay. In the night times of Fajr, Namaz, Maghrib Namaz and Asr Namaz, you can completely do Namaz at the moment. But in the points of Johar Namaz and Asr Namaz, well, here is your Earth planets, and here the surface is your Venus planets. In the same momentums at the points, you cannot perform Shizda. In your Shizda periods, your heads would be like stand up and your hand would be like at the surrender positions as a Shizda. Just because your Islamic Qibla is in Earth planets and you are in Venus planets at the moment. You cannot proper namaz at the systematic points. But according with Namita Thapar's statement, namaz contains the mental health benefits. And when we starting some critical structural criticism on her comments, she considered it as an abusive words. Okay. But now she forgot that when we European Muslim astronauts on Venus planet, somehow we contains the significant issues to contains Johar Namaz and Maghrib Namaz when the distance between Earth planet and Venus planet is 258,210,000 kilometers. Because here in this month, Qibla is behind the sun and our Venus planet is above the sun. And that is the significant issues at moments. Okay. Why hide my face? Yes, I hide my face because my face is not eligible to show to my fathers. My face is not eligible to show my mothers because my face is not beautiful. When my face is not beautiful, then how could I show my face? That is my problem. Okay, that is my the first point. And now let's say about second points. Well, today we are hosting Namita Thapar, and our structural criticism is abusive word accordance with Namita Thapar's statements. Just think where the several YouTubers who show their face like Bharatwaj brothers and the several Indian brothers show their face on YouTube channels has been encounters a legal case from Namita Thapar. And here they are highly famous. And here I am not a famous person. And I am scared to encounter a legal notice. Here I hide my face. That is my point. Okay. Now here it is the second point. Now let's get the moments when Europeans Muslims on astronaut on Venus planet. She contests the issues to contest Johar Namaz and Asr Namaz in the period when the distance between Earth and Venus planet is 259 million kilometers. And here is the points. Now let's contest the shortest distance between Venus planet and Earth planet. Okay. Now you can see these at the momentums. Well, and now here we can see. Let's check about the Venus. Okay. Here is the shortest distance between Venus planet and Earth planets. Okay. Now here we contest the calculators. 108 150 subtract by 108.21. Let's check it. What is the moments? Well, accordance with shortest distance, the distance between Venus planet and Earth planet is almost 41,079,000 kilometers. Okay. In the shortest distance between Venus planet and Earth planets, here Venus planet in the middle positions between Sun star and Earth planets. Okay. Now it is the moment at the points. What is going on the points? When a Muslim European space astronaut like Gal Gadot contends Maghrib Namaz, Johar Namaz and Asr Namaz, here it is okay because we can contest the Namaz period with the proper Namaz process in any direction. It can be south north directions, it can be south directions, it can be east directions, and it can be west directions. It is not problems to contest namaz. But yeah, I think I could not find at the moment. Here any directions is okay, but when the topic is about Fajr Namaz, Maghrib Namaz and Isha Namaz, here is the surprising points. In that moment, the European Muslim space astronaut Gal Gadot could not contest the proper namaz in the night times, particularly Fajr period, Maghrib period and Isha period. But she could not contest the proper namaz. What is the significant journeys at the moment? Because where is Qibla? Qibla is in Kaaba, the place of Makkah, the city of Saudi Arabia, the country of earth planets. Okay? And here is the moment what is going on. And here we can see when the distance is earth planets, we can say the points. When we would contest Fajr Namaz, here my say Ikram Ruku is okay, but our Shizda would be like a Ruku. Well, at the Fajr Namaz and Maghrib Namaz. But what about the Isha Namaz? In Isha Namaz points, we European Muslim space astronauts is in night visions of the surface of Venus planet. On the other hand, here our Qibla is above our heads. Our Qibla is on our heads. And as an effect, we could not contest the proper Islamic namaz. And now, in this namaz process, somehow we start to believe that if our Islamic, we start to believe that if our Islamic rituals is not false or not, I do not know. Well, and somehow we start to believe that our Islamic namaz, our Islam can be a false religion, because when we are in Venus, on the surface of Venus planets, we cannot proper namaz on Fajr period, Maghrib period, and Isha period. And here, the problem start on the Sajda in the three period of namaz. And here, that is the moments when we could not contest the proper namaz times. Here, when we know that namaz is the second stamp of the namaz is the second base of the Islamic religions. Here, how can we believe that Islam can be true religious? That question is question can be started in my mind when I am an European Muslim space astronaut. And in that point, I can be murtad, and according with Islamic society, the punishment of murtad would be death penalty, sentence of death penalty. Okay. And now, here is the significant points we could notify. But here, perhaps Namita Thapar contains highest level of estrogen in her brain after the effect of aesthetics medicine from Emcure Pharmaceuticals. Hence, she started a reel to discuss about the benefit of namaz. And when we contest structural criticism to Namita Thapar, she considered it as an abusive word. Okay. But now, here I would not consider any abusive words. If any person contests as such structural criticism against me, here I would always accept. Now, first of all, here we can see that a person said, "Why I hide my face?" Yes, when the criticize on the comments, where criticize point is why I hide my face. Well, actually, I consider him as my friend because he cares about my securities, point of privacy, and he cares on my personality. Hence, he contests the questions that why he contests the question that why I hide my face. But now, when I contest the comments on Namita Thapar said that, dear Namita Thapar, when we European Muslim would contest the namaz on Venus planet, in the night times we could not decide that where is my Qibla, because we are on the surface of Venus planet and our Qibla is on the Earth planet. That is considered that is considered our world accordance with the statement of Namita Thapar. Now it is the reality of our world comment on Namita Thapar, and that is the momentum at the points. Okay. Now irony is that Namita Thapar statements is about the benefits of Namaz when we European Muslim on the surface of Venus planet could not contest the Namaz process. Yes, I mean when we European Muslim space astronaut on Venus planet could not attend the Islamic Namaz because we are in a different planet and our Qibla is in different planets. Here, the point when we criticize our question to Namita Thapar, this is our words accordance with Namita Thapar. But now, the same Namita Thapar contains 133,081,632 euros of business of Emcure Pharmaceuticals in Europe. And that is the significant concerns we could think. Okay. Now here we can see when we European Muslim could not attend the Islamic Namaz, hence we can be depressed at the moment. And here the accountability of Namita Thapar would be like that. She would provide abstinence from medicine from Emcure Pharmaceuticals to reduce our depressions. But what is her points? What is her task? She done. She states that the Namaz contains mental health beneficials. But she does not know that we European Muslim astronauts could not attend Islamic Namaz on Venus planets. Hence, we requires the neurological medicine from Emcure Pharmaceuticals to reduce our depressions. And now, before the statement of Namita Thapar about the health benefit of Namaz, we were depressed. And now we were frustrated. That is our word according with the statement of Namita Thapar. And now that is the significant negative point we have encountered. Okay. Well. And now here we can see that is the momentums at the points. Here we control the depressions momentums at the points. Let's controls the control J in the what? Okay. I did not say about the control J. Is everything okay? Well. Just 2 minutes wait please. I think here something is fishy. Okay. Now here I could control the moments. Now it is Venus, Sun, Earth 2. Okay. Now here we can see the momentums at the points. Here control G. Well. And now Here I would mentions the control tree. Okay, and now it is the here we can see the moments. Well, and now we contains the ungroup members. Okay, well, and now here is the second positions where when the angular distance between Earth planet and Venus planet is 90 degree and center angle is Sun star. Okay. Well, and now here we can see that is the momentums. What is the points to be noticed? And here we can calculate the distance. So let's calculate it. Okay. And now here we can see 108.21 E6. Here we can say the square sum by 1/5 is 7. Well, it can be a scarce at the moment. Well, now I think it can be roots at the points. Okay, now I found it. Here the distance between Venus planet and Earth planet would be almost 185 million kilometers. Whence the angular distance between Venus planet and Earth planet is almost 90 degrees. Okay. Now here we can see the moments. Well, Johar Namaz and Asr Namaz is not the problematic for me. The Gal Gadot, the European Muslim space astronauts. Well, whatever I am, Michaela Caesar Sanders. Well, okay. Johar Namaz and Esha Namaz is not problematic for Gal Gadot, the European Muslim space astronauts. But now, here we can say, what about the Fajr Namaz and Maghrib Namaz at the moment? What about Fajr Namaz, Asr Namaz, and Isha Namaz at the moments, Maghrib Namaz at the moments? Okay. Now here we can see those moments when the Fajr Namaz times her Qibla is in different directions, and here Asar Namaz and Maghrib Namaz, her Qibla is in the opposite directions, and that is the momentum at the points. What is the reason? Reason is Gal Gadot, the following European Muslim space astronauts in the surface of Venus planet, and the Qibla is on Earth planets, and that is the momentums at the points. Okay, and now here we could see the distance. Here momentums of Earth planets at the significant journeys, and here we could see here momentum. She could not contest the proper Islamic namaz at the Johar namaz, at Fajr, Asr, Maghrib. She could not contest the proper namaz. What is the point? Because in that moment, Uh, Further namaz, she would contain the since the difference namaz process where since the is on up our heads on the sky. On the other hand, Asr namaz and Maghrib namaz, here we can see we have to bow our heads on Sizda in different directions. Okay. And here we can see these moments, that is the points. Hence, it is the moments, namaz, Islamic namaz process in Venus planets is bring the crystal difference from the namaz on the Venus planet at the highest distance and the namaz of on Venus planets at the lowest distance between Venus planet versus Earth planet. And now here we can see these moments. When we Muslims in Earth, we contest the Islamic namaz at the same direction, it does not matter. It would be left or right. Our Islamic namaz process is same. But now, when we European Muslim space astronaut is in Venus planets, here is the different circumstance moments. And the different circumstance moment is the significance. We contest different namaz system on Venus planet. One namaz system is different from second namaz system. Second namaz system is different from third namaz system. What is the reason? Reason is that we contest three times. We contest three different times of the distance between Venus versus Earth. Well, here one time difference distance is 258,210,000 kilometers. Second distance is 185 million kilometers. And the third distance is 41,079,000 kilometers. And in this moment, here our namaz, Islamic namaz, has been disturbed in the different times. And now, here we record we European Muslim astronauts record the medicine from Emcure Pharmaceuticals, hence that we can reduce our depressions. But now, at the statement of Namita Thapar about the mental health benefit of namaz, here we are being frustrated because here namaz system, our Islamic namaz can be proper in the three different times of the distance between Venus planet versus Earth planets. Hence, after the reels of the Namita Thapar about the mental health benefit of namaz, here we are being frustrated on Namita Thapar. And somehow here our comments about on Namita Thapar is with unstructural criticism, and that is the R word for Namita Thapar. Okay. Now here we can see why we Hindu do not support Namita Thapar about the rules about mental health benefit of namaz, because it is the simple points reason, that is we are Hindus, we do not support Islamic religions, hence we cannot tolerate the mental health benefit of namaz. That is the okay for that. But What about the Muslim European space astronauts? Here we could not contest the proper Islamic process in three different distance between Venus planets or versus Earth planets, where we Muslim astronauts in Venus planets. Okay. Now here is the moments and the points. Well, now it is the fourth positions at the moments. Now, well, now let's discuss about the Islamic Namaz process points. And now, in these moments, how can our Islamic Namaz system can be disturbed because of the space travelers? Here I can explain. Okay, and now here is my weapons, and where my weapons is calculators. Okay, now here we can see these moments. Now here we can see 258.21 multiplied by 10 to the power 6 kilometers, well, divided by 150,000 kilometer per second. Okay, now let's check it. What is the times? What would be the travel times? That is 1722 seconds. What is 1722 seconds? Let's convert it into kilometers. Let's convert it into minutes. Okay. That is almost 28 minutes 42 seconds. Okay. And now it is our perceptions. Now Namita Thapar's perception in the points 200. I apologize. 258. Well. 258.21 multiplied by 10 to the power 6 kilometers divided by 40,000 kilometer per hours. Now what is the moments? That is 6455 hours 15 minutes. Okay. Now here we can see these moments. That is the significant difference. Okay. Well, now according with our Islamic rituals, we have to contest the 5-time namaz in 24 hours. Okay. Now here we can see Bismillah seconds of the hours. 5 hours later, we contest Fajr namaz. Midnight 12 from according to midnight 12 o'clock. 12 hours later, we contest Johar namaz. And here we can see the verse. According to midnight 12 o'clock, here 15 hours later, we contest Asar namaz. And here, according with midnight 12 o'clock, we contest Maghrib namaz in 18 hours later. And here we can say, before, here we can see the moments, 4 hours earlier, midnight 12 o'clock, we contest Maghrib namaz. And that is we contest Isha namaz, and the Isha namaz contains the times where 4 hours later we contest second midnight 12 o'clock. And here that is the moments. But now here we contest some significant points. And the point is here now in the travel between Earth planet to Mars planet, Earth planet to Venus planet with the highest distance when here our rocket velocity is 40,000 km per hour. Here travel time is 6455 hours 15 minutes, and that is the point how much day we have to spend in the travel between Earth planet to Mars planet. I apologize, Earth planet to Venus planet. Here is the significant moments. Okay, now here we can see these points. Well, you are in here. Okay. Now it is almost here 6455.25 divided by 24. Well, here we can see we miss 269 times Fajr Namaz. We miss 269 times Johor Namaz. We miss 269 times Asr Namaz. We miss 269 times Maghrib Namaz. And we miss 269 times Isha Namaz. That means here we can say, here we could find the moments 200, we miss the entire of 269 days. And now, here is the moments. What is the significant points at the journeys? Where is he? Okay. Just wait and watch. What is 269 multiplied by 5? Okay. That is here 1345 times namaz. Okay. Now here we can see these moments. Well, when we are traveling 258,210,000 kilometers in the rocket with the velocity of 40,000 kilometers per hour. Here we can see we could not calculate what is 269 times Fajr Namaz, what is 269 times Johor Namaz, and we could not calculate what is 269 times Isha Namaz. Okay, and here we can notify, here our Qibla is being the difference at the moment, and at the same time when our Qibla has been difference in day by days, here we our namaz direction should be changed in the day by days at the moment. When we would change the namaz directions because of the Qibla direction has been changed day by day, and here we are being frustrated that we could not attend the namaz, Islamic namaz, when we are European Muslim space astronauts. But according with Namita Thapar statement, namaz contains mental health benefits. Well, but why we are frustrated? Why we are depressed? Because we European Muslim astronauts could not attend the Islamic namaz. This is the problematic for us at the significant points, because Here are no masjid in 258,210,000 kilometers up in the space. And now that is the significant journeys at the points. Hence, when we record neurological medicine from Emcure Pharmaceuticals, well, our Namita Thapar is too irresponsible that she states mental health benefits for Namaz in lieu to provide neurological medicine from Emcure Pharmaceutical on space. But irony is that Namita Thapar contains business on 133,081,632 euros on Euro. Okay, now here we can see these moments. You are very cute. Oh my Adonais. Here, Shukran Habibi is as your compliments, and I would check for my tabs. Okay, and here is that is the significant parts at the moment we could see. And now let's contest here velocity at the points. It is Namita Thapar's rocket velocity. What is my rocket velocity? According with my rocket velocities, in the highest distance between Venus planet versus Earth planets, it needs 28 minutes 7 seconds. Here we record probably one time Namaz has been misses. And here we can see we can count Johar Namaz, we can count as a Kaja, we count Asr Namaz as a Kaja. But now, when we can reach on Venus planet at the Johor Namaz times, the problematic would be our Qibla would be on the sky, because here is the surface of the Venus planet, and here is Sun planet. Here is the Sun star on the sky, and our planet is behind the Sun star, and our Qibla is on the Earth planets at moments. Okay, now let's check it. What about the lowest distance between Venus planet versus Earth planet? And this is the significant points. Okay. Now let's check it the moments. How's going on? Okay. Now here we can see this everything is okay for me. 41.79 multiple by 10 to the power 6 divided by 150,000 kilometer per second. Well, we need almost 278.6 seconds. I mean, we requires 279 seconds. But now, what about the velocity, rocket velocity about accordance with Namita Thapar's? Here we can see these moments 41.79 multiple by 10 to the power 6 divided by 40,000 kilometer per second. I mean 40,000 kilometer per hours. Then what's going on? Here is almost 144 hours 45 minutes. Okay. Now here we can see these moments. What is 1044 hours 45 minutes in days. Okay, now here we can see these moments. I apologize. 1044 hours, 45 minutes in days is would be for almost 43 hours. 43 days, 12 hours. Okay, and now here is the questions about the my points. Well, what would we go to know? Yes. Here we would miss 44 times Fajr Namaz. We would miss, I'm feeling illness. Well, we miss 44 times Fajr Namaz. We miss 44 times Johar Namaz. We miss 44 times Asr Namaz. Well, we miss 44 times Maghrib Namaz. And we miss 44 times Isha Namaz. Okay. And what is the cause? The cause is very simple. Here, the cause is we are on a space to travel 41,790,000 kilometers on space to reach here Venus planets. And in these points here we can see in the significant moments we could notice that here our Kepler directions on Earth has been changed. Sometimes it is directly on the midpoints, sometimes it would be west, and sometimes it would be east. What is the cause? The cause is simple. Here we are in the travel of 41,790,000 kilometers of the space travels when we have to reach Venus planets. Here, my observation is that we could not contest a Fajr Namaz. We could not contest 4 times Johar Namaz. Here, we do not know what would be our Namaz properly. Well, because here there is no masjid in 41,790,000 kilometers roads in space. Kilometer traveled way in space. And now that is the significant points we could notice. Here's how we could contest the Islamic Namaz, and what is the Islamic Namaz directions, we do not know. Even in the space times, somehow we start to believe that probably our Islam is a false religion. But if we can think that Islam can be false religion, then we can be sentenced of death penalty. And this thought can make me depressed when I am European Muslim astronauts on space. And here is the points. We require neurological medicines from Emcure hospitals as we are European space astronauts. But surprisingly, here our honorable, beautiful healthcare professionals, Namita Thapar says, she contests the observations of mental health benefits from Namaz. Dear N.F. Namita Thapar, We cannot attend the Islamic namaz on the space because of Qibla or Qibla directions has been changed day by day or minute by minute. And in these moments, you did not provide me a neurological medicine from Emcure Pharmaceuticals, but at the same time, you state here is mental health benefit from Namaz. Well, before the reels, we were depressed. After the reels, we were frustrated. And here, now, we were the European Muslim astronauts on space are angry on Namita Thapar. But surprisingly, Namita Thapar states that we are stating the R word to Namita Thapar. That is the Namita Thapar's statements. But reality is different, and reality is we European Muslim astronaut is frustrating that you did not provide our proper neurological medications. You are just discussing the mental health benefit of namaz, but you do not understand that what is the problems of we European Muslim astronauts when we could not attend the Islamic namaz because of Qibla direction being changed minute by minute. And here we could not contest and masjid to contest namaz in 41,790,000 kilometers in of the space. And now here is the significant points, and that is the reason of our frustrations. And she is doing her business of 133,081,632 euros of business without the proper medications from Emcure Pharmaceuticals for European Muslim astronauts. And now that is the proper points of our frustrations as we could see. Okay. Now let's talk about the last points. That is their middle distance between Venus planet versus Earth planet. Here now let's check it. That what is the momentum at the points? I think the live stream would be severe delayed, hence views is not expected. 185 multiplied by 10 to the power 6 kilometers divided by watts. Well, 150,000 kilometer per seconds. Now let's check it. What is the moments? That is almost 133. I mean 1233.33 continuous seconds. Well, now let's check it. Let's convert it into minutes. That is almost 20 minutes, 30 seconds at the points. Okay. Now let's check it. What is the meaning of 184 million kilometers when our space rocket velocity is 40,000 kilometers per hour. Okay, and here we could see the different moments. Well. That is 4625 kilometers. Okay, and here it is the midpoints at the moments. Okay, and now here we could see. Now let's check it. What is the meaning of 4625 hours? Well, it is almost 193 days. Okay. Now here we can check that we miss 193 times Fajr Namaz. We miss 193 times Zohar Namaz. We miss 193 times Asr Namaz. We miss 193 times Maghrib Namaz. And we miss 193 times Isha Namaz. And now, here is the moment, what is happening in the points. Well, when the distance is between Earth planet versus Venus planet to be 184 million, 185 million kilometers. And now here we can see this moments. In the travel times of 4625 hours, we could not condense 193 times masjid on space only for Fajr Namaz. We could not condense 193 times masjid only for Johar Namaz. We could not condense 193 times masjid only in Asr Namaz. We could not condense 193 times masjid only for Maghrib Namaz, and we could not condense 193 times masjid in Isha Namaz. And now, here is the momentums, that is the points. Okay. Well, we are forgetting about European Christian astronauts, and we are forgetting about European Jewish astronauts. Okay. What about European Jewish astronauts? They are fine. They can pair in any time with any directions, and they contains prayer at any time when they wish. Well, European Jewish astronaut is focused on the scientific research, and if they miss the prayer times, it is not effect. It is not the negative effect on European Jewish astronauts. And in the same position as European Christian astronauts could not contain any problems even if they could not attend the prayers. But now, what about we Muslims? We contest 5 times namaz per day. And here, we could not contest. Here, 193 times masjid that we can contest Fajr namaz, Johar namaz, Asr namaz, Maghrib namaz and Isha namaz, just because here our Qibla direction has been changed in minute by minute. And hence the points, we European Muslim space astronauts is being depressed that we cannot contest the Islamic namaz on space. Okay. Now here we starting to believe that our Islam is can be a false religion, but in the course of the thought, we can be addressed as a European Murtad astronaut, and our sentence can be death penalty by Sharia law. And here, then we European Muslim astronaut is being more depressed. And now, in the purpose to being a logical Muslim astronaut, we require neurological medicine from Emcure Pharmaceuticals under exclusive director to be Namita Thapar. But what's going on? The point is, Namita Thapar did not provide us any neurological medicines. In lieu, Namita Thapar states, here is the mental health benefit from Namaz. And now, here is the point. We are being frustrated that we could not attend Namaz. Our belief on Islam is at the stake, but Namita Thapar's statement is to support Namaz because of mental health. And now, when we contest the structural criticism on Namita Thapar, as we are European Muslim astronaut to be audience of Namita Thapar, the irony is that Namita Thapar states that we providing our world address to Namita Thapar in comments. But the irony is that it is the same Namita Thapar who contests 133,081,632 euros business of Emcure Pharmaceuticals. Now, here is my question, that what is the use of Emcure Pharmaceutical to be a business of 133,081,632 euros when we European Muslim astronaut on space mission to arrive Venus planet cannot be logical or motivated to be logical from the medicine of Emcure Pharmaceuticals? What is the point? Here her point is being illogical minute by minute at the moment. Okay. Now here we can see Namita Thapar's statement is that here okay. Now here I would show the Namita Thapar's. Okay. Now here we can see it is the points. Namita Thapar's mention is, well, she contests the health benefit of yoga. She contests health benefit of Hindu rituals. Well, and nobody could contest the questions. Yes. It is the statement of Namita Thapar's. But Namita Thapar forgot that here Hindu rituals do not contest the Qibla directions. But Muslim rituals contest the Qibla directions when we Muslim are the space astronauts in the Mars, Venus planets. Here we cannot decide that what would be our proper Islamic Namaz systems, because here our Qibla direction is below the sometimes below the Venus planets and sometimes beyond the sun stars. Here, hence, that means our Kevlar directions has been changed in minute by minutes. But now, when Namita Thapar states that she contains the rules about health beneficially for Hindu rituals, why we Hindus do not question about it? Because here we can see European Hindu astronauts can contain Hindu prayers in Venus planets. Well, we European Hindu contains the Surya Namaskar on Venus planets because Surya Namaskar is in the morning of the Venus planets, and in this times we can see sun to contest Surya Namaskar on the Venus planet, and that is not problematic. Hindu worship the sun. Here Hindu worship sun stars. It is not problematic because his worshipping temple is one, and that is clear, the sun. Hindus worshipping temple is suns. When Hindu can be Earth planet or Hindu can be Venus planet is not an issue. Because, but when with the topic about the Islamic namaz, Qibla direction has been changed in minute by minutes. Okay, and now here is the point why we are aggressive on Namita Thapar. Okay, and secondly, Namita Thapar stated that she has been taught R for religion means R for respect, and we contest negative attitude as the respect to Namita Thapar. Okay, and this is the point. But now Namita Thapar contests that points. Her points is almost illogical, we think, because R for respect means R for rationals at the moments. Here we European Muslim astronauts contest the issues of namaz, that what is the process of our namaz, and if we are being an atheist or we are being an murtad, then that is the scary for we astronaut Muslim. But Namita Thapar is just mocking on our European Muslim astronauts with her statements to show the mental health benefit of namaz. Okay, and now here we can see these moments at the points. That means she do not even respect the Islamic religions. Okay, particularly European Muslim astronauts. She does not respect European Muslim astronauts that where European Muslim astronaut could be rationals. And she conducts business of 133,081,632 euros. And now that is a joke for our words. Okay. Now let's check out the moments. Here I would mention, I would contents the copyright games. Okay. Now let's check it. Okay, now here we can see the when women reservation bill has been rejected, we are being aggressive. We Indians are being aggressive on our governments. But when the two women has been humiliated, why we are silent when two humans is the two women is Namita Thapars and her darling mom. Okay, but Namita Thapar does not know that actually we are celebrating Namita Thapar and her mom's humiliations because Namita Thapar contains mockery on European Muslim logical astronauts who can be scientific or to research on Venus planets. And that is the moment at the point when our religious mental health can be decreased and when we can be depressed here we European Muslim astronauts in uh, Venus planet can be depressed. Namita Thapar mock on us by the statement of Namaz as a mental health benefits. But she did not provide any neurological medicines from Emcure Pharmaceuticals to support the European Muslim astronauts on Venus planet, where her business on Europe is where Emcure Pharmaceutical business on Europe is 133,081,632 euros. Now here we can see when Namita Kapoor can mock on European Muslim astronauts' mental health, then we European Muslim astronauts can celebrate the humiliations on Namita Thapar and her so-called darling mom. Well, and now here we can see. Hence, I am a Muslim and I can contest a dua for Namita Thapar. That dear God, please send Namita Thapar into Habia Jahannam because she contains mockery on European Muslim astronauts, where European Muslim astronauts can be logical at the moment. Okay, and now let's check it the journeys. No, you are wrong. Uh, we European Muslim astronauts are speaking up for our Indian Hindu brothers because our Indian Hindu brothers are facing the significant negative effects from the Emcure Pharmaceuticals, and now we are facing it. Remember that Hinduism and I am the proud Hindu. Oh no, you are not a proud Hindu. You are Asian Hindu, my dear Namita Thapars. You are an Asian Hindu. Well, you are the person who is Asian to being a Hindu because an Hindu cannot mock to any another religions. Hindu does not mock to Christianity. Hindu does not mock to the best Abrahamic religion, Judaism. Well, Hindu just contains a structural criticism to Islam. Here Hindu contains structural criticism to Islam. But Hindu does not mock the logical Muslim persons. Particularly, the logical persons when he would be European and he would be astronaut to travel on Venus planets. Okay. Now here we can see the points. Now I think in 1 hour 30 minutes I have discussed that how European Muslim astronaut can be uh, in troubles in this because of the statement of Namita Thapar to contest the mental health benefit from Namaz. But now, what about European Christian astronauts and what about European Jewish astronauts? When European Jewish astronaut would see the reels of Namita Thapar that she would state here is Islamic Namaz contains mental health benefits. Well, European Jewish astronauts is European Jewish astronauts. They do not know the Islamic Namaz and they do not require the Islamic Namaz. Well, Namita Thapar is contains the pressures on European Jewish astronaut, hence that European Jewish astronaut would accept the Islamic Namaz accordance with Namita Thapar. And that is the significant points that is the concern. And here now Namita Thapar mocks on every religion of European astronauts, scientific astronauts, and Namita Thapar says that I am proud Hindu. Here we can see this point. We European Muslim astronauts and we European Jewish astronauts contest the negative views on Hindu just because of Namita Thapar's illogical statement on Namaz. Okay, and that is the significant issues as we could see. Well, I think nobody is to comment here. Well, see you then. Khodafez. Love you. And now, here I contains the points about we could see. Well, I have no more to roast Namita Thapar in the moments. Here, podcast to roast Namita Thapar is now over and out until Namita Thapar would release the new reels to counter our points. See you then. Khodafez. Love you.